Hi again, back, and now I'm going to take a look at my my client, taking a look at their primary respiratory rhythm. Already got permission, but yeah, do I still have permission to assess you? And you understand
Yes.
you can decline it at any point if suddenly things get bad
Yes.
for you. Okay, all right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come around to your heels here. And I'm going to cup your heels in my hand. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to try to feel what's happening here. So I feel like a very slow external rotation of your heels. Pause, and then a very slow internal rotation. It feels symmetrical. It feels strong. I'm going to move up to your shins. Just putting very light contact on your shins. Feel the external rotation happening on both sides. Let's go into internal rotation. And again, it feels strong. Score 3 on both of those, and it feels symmetrical on both sides. Next, I'm going to come up. Hope I don't block the camera here. To your thighs. I'm just going to gently put light pressure on your thighs, and relax and try to feel the movement here. Again, I feel I caught it while it's going into external rotation. Internal rotation. Now again, I can feel it on both sides. To me, your right side moves a little bit more stronger, so score that like a 3, your left a 2, but it's fairly symmetrical. The left one doesn't feel as smooth. So it might indicate that there's something to look at around this area, perhaps. Now I'm going to put my hand on your ASIS on either side. And try to feel the rhythm here. I feel it moving in. I feel like it's rotating my hands out. Moving in. I don't feel it as strong as in the legs. It feels fairly symmetrical, so we score you a 2 on the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to come up to your rib cage. Just going to put my hands on either side, and I'm going to feel for movement here. Coming in a bit. Starting to open up a little bit. Pause. And it starts to come back in again. So again, that feels pretty strong to me. It's going to 3 on each side. Now I'm going to come up to your shoulders. And I'm going to put a hand on either shoulder here. And just try to feel the rhythm here. Being very light with my hands. My hands opening up slightly. Supinating almost. Pausing. Now I feel them sort of moving toward like pronation. cycle. I can feel the left side moving a little bit more than the right. It's close, but I'd say that feels a bit stronger than the right side. Now I'm going to go through cranial vault holds. So the first one, my fingers split around either side of your ears, just lightly connecting with your head. And you feel immediately a little bit of expansion there on either side. I can feel it moving inward. At that point, expanding again very slowly. And to me, it feels strong on either side. Now I'm going to come to cranial vault hold number 2. Just scoop your hair up a little bit. Put your head back into my hand, and my other hand's going to rest here. And feel any movement here. So again, I feel going into extension there. So it moves up, pause. Now I feel it moving downward, flexion. That feels nice and strong. Last vault hold 3. I'm going to put my thumbs, actually lift your head up, your head into my hands, good. And I'm going to put my thumbs right on the sphenoid axis at the side of your head on either side. And I'm just going to relax and try to feel what's going on here. You can feel that clamshell movement of feels like it's closing up that way, forward. I feel it opening. My thumb's coming back towards me. Feel it again closing up very slowly. Feeling things open up. And then closing back up again. I feel like my left side moves a little bit more than my right. So we're going to start with a compression technique. So I'm just going to gently push into the sphenoid bone, connect with it, and I'm just going to gently pull back posteriorly. And as I do that, I feel more restriction in the fascia on the right side. Feel things softening up a little bit. That's good. Feels like it's loosened up nicely. More aware of a little pulse in my right hand. Now I want to change directions, again connecting with the sphenoid, and now moving anteriorly. And again, there's more fascial resistance on the right side. I'm just going to hold that. softening. I'm starting to feel a pulse under my right thumb. Okay. Put your head back down. Now I'm going to go through a few release techniques to try to release the frontal bone, the parietal bone, and just to help make sure everything can move more freely there. So I'm going to put my ring finger basically right at the edge of your eyebrow, other fingers over top. I'm going to just gently compress into the tissue here, engage it, feel things soften a bit, and now I'm going to just gently apply an anterior directed force, pulling through the fascia and encouraging the frontal bone to release. Slowly come on, that feels good to my hands on the other side. I'm then going to bring my fingers back to the parietal bone here and place gentle contact with my fingers. And staying above the temporal bone there. To begin with, I'm just going to compress into the skull on either side. Trying to feel the bones move toward each other a little bit. Moving in. As far as I go. So I'm going to release the pressure. Keep my fingers on the parietal bone still. Wait about 10 seconds or so. And I'm just going to gently pull, say, upward, more superior directed force on the fascia, to pull on the parietal bone and lift it superiorly. Feels good there. Okay, next we're going to do the TMJ sort of release. I'm just going to gently compress into your jaw here on either side. Feel it sinking in anymore. Got my fingers hooked under your mandible lightly. And I'm just going to add a superior directed force there. Compressing into the TMJ. Now I'm just going to gently draw downward on the jawbone, decompressing the joint. Now I'm going to add about a 10-degree lift. nice and loose and softer now. And then slowly come out of it. The last area that we'll work on is your temporal bone here. And we're going to do a bit of a local technique. I'm going to, with my fingers on your ear here, I'm going to pull slightly downwards. Just going to hold for a moment. A little bit more resistance on the right side. And then I'm going to go through a bit of a circular motion. So I come down like this, so on the left side there's a little bit more resistance, so I'm going to allow that fascia to release. And there we go. Feels like it's softened up there nicely. Now I'm going to do more of a focal technique, and I'm just going to focus on the one ear at a time, pulling in different directions, sort of moving around the clock, so to speak. And when I move inferiorly, there's more resistance there. So I'm just going to hold that position for a moment. Feel like things are starting to soften there a bit. And we'll do the same to the other side. Feeling where there's most resistance. And here I feel more resistance moving posteriorly. So I'm going to hold this until I feel a little bit of a release. Now, I'm going to bring your knee up here. I'm going to release your sacrum from your lumbar spine, and then I'll do a dural tube assessment. So I'm going to roll this way, and I'll put my hand right underneath your sacrum, and then I'll have you come on down into my hand, like so. Good. Now you can extend your leg for a moment. Good. And then I'm going to put this hand underneath your lumbar spine. I just want you to relax. And then can I get you to compress your pelvic bones on either side toward one another? As you do that, I'm trying to get your sacrum to drop down into my palm, which I can feel. And now I can pull downward and decompress the lumbosacral area, and help make sure the dural tube's free for assessment. That's good. So I'm going to bring your knee up. I'm going to roll you this way, remove my hand, and then I'm going to release your cranial occipital base here. So I'm going to start with my fingertips just at the very base of your occipital bone, and just gently pressing into around the C1 area, encouraging release of tension there. Not too bad, it's relaxing pretty quickly. A little bit more tension on the right. Now I'm going to do what's called a platform. I'm just going to push up into C1 and allowing your head to drop back, helping to separate your cranium from your C1 vertebrae. drop back nicely. I'm now going to put my index fingers on about the transverse processes here of your C1 vertebrae. And I'm just going to extend my fingers, gently adding a traction force there. Loose and good. Now I'm just going to put my fingers again on the back of the occiput here, do a little bit of a spreading technique, hoping to release the fascia of that area. Just, left side feels great, right side just a little bit of tension there, and it's starting to melt away. Now what I'm going to do is just grab beneath your occiput here with my hands. I'm going to exert a superior kind of lift, upward pull on your head. And just trying to feel how far down the dural tube I can feel releasing. It feels like some bit of tension like in the cervical area that's starting to release. As I keep pulling, I feel like it's moving further down. Move down to the lumbosacral area. Slowly release, and then I want to just check the other end here. So I want to again bring your knee up, reach you to roll over, your sacrum, okay, sit. Get my hand there, go ahead and extend your leg. And now I'm just going to gently pull downward. As I do that, I feel like it moves nicely, like all the way up. I don't feel any restrictions there. Now, actually, last thing I want to do, roll up my hand. I'm going to put my hand right at the base of your skull here on your neck, or actually your occiput right in my hand. Can I get you to bend your knees for a moment and lift your hips up? And then come on down right on top of my hand here, and now you can extend your legs. And I'm just going to feel craniosacral rhythm here if I can. Feel like it's this way. I'll add a little bit of a push at the end. It's way back up. Just a tiny little push at the other end. Comes back down. So as restricted, we do sacral rocking and sacral glides. You feel pretty good here, so I'm not concerned. I'm going to slide my hand out. You bend your knees, pull my hand out, and that's it. Probably more than 20 minutes, but
Thank you.
You look good, feel good.